Hello everyone, this here is not a review, it's just me, a Gundam and plastic model building amateur, looking at a thing and talking about it. This thing is the 1/100th scale IBO, or Iron Blooded Orphans Bandai Gundam Kimaris Booster Unit. This, as far as I know, was only printed once, so there's not been a reprint for it just yet. It's a little bit difficult to get it, and now that I look at it in this studio for the very first time, with some nice lighting and everything, I realized that, oh man, there are a bunch of little issues with it, a bunch of little imperfections. Not with the kit, but with what I did to it. This was a one weekend build, start to finish, and it does have some customization, level of customization that I personally have not done previously. Chief among the things that I did to it is the pearl coating. So all the very, very light gray parts, all the almost white armor pieces. If you put them up against a white colored piece, there's a huge difference there. But when you look at it just like this, it almost looks like white. But I did a pearl top coat on it for all of the white pieces and also the second color of purple. So there's one color of basically a kind of a blue, a slightly purplish blue that's used. It's like a violet for the frame, and some of that color comes to the surface as well, especially with the boosters on the back. But then you've got this more magenta tone here, which is also used here, but only on the body and on the head used, as well as the backpack, but just the alternate backpack piece. Get in a little bit closer so you can see it. Put just a top coat on it to add a little bit of pearl to it, because I just felt like it. It's simple as that. I also did one of the fastest panel lining jobs on this ever. Probably one of the fastest that I will ever do, because I simply used a one-step wash on. Well, you can call it one step, you can call it two. On and off, and that's it. So it was super, super quick. I did no touch-up work with like the cotton swabs or anything. It was really, really quick. And then just used a little bit of a jiggle there in the base not included, as always, just a half of a action base for there. But then I used markers for the verniers, the rocket exhaust, and you can see here now, look at this, under this lighting, you can see that it is done kind of poorly. I was intentionally doing it quickly, but I just didn't realize that I had done even a worse job than I thought. So yeah, up this close, not looking so good, right? But again, it was a one weekend job. Had I taken more care, then it would have extended definitely onto 2 weekends, and that's a big, big difference in my life. Again, like I mentioned, Gundam amateur. I did some coloring, again, using markers, combination of Sharpie metallics, Gundam marker very rarely, but usually these days acrylic markers of various types. So details like shown in there. A lot of stuff was done on a lot of the frame bits, a lot of the frame joints. So if I angle this towards you a little bit, you can see there from the top, all of that stuff would have been just the default blue color inside, including everything that's shown on the inside of the elbow over here. The same thing going for the actuators in here. I did put silver on the pistons, gray for the cylinders. Got a number of different colors used inside as well. If I pull the head up, you can see actuators inside of there, colored up. Insides of the knees as well, which you can just barely see, but it's enough for me that this does not, now in this form, to me, does not suffer the typical IBO 1/100th scale, non-MG issue with most of it looking just waxy. A lot of those just look too waxy to me and are unsatisfying to me now. I liked them at first, but as I've gotten a little bit more experience, I've tended to just not be satisfied personally, which is just a personal choice. I did a little bit of just, I guess it was silver. Yeah, silver panel lining for the lance weapon there. Got panel lining onto this back here. Just a lot of little stuff was done that was really, really quick to make it better. But again, as you can see now, like these are colored in with black. The ends here are also colored in with black. That's all just done with acrylic markers. Probably one of the better things I did was just the Sanmai kind of style finish on the blade. I don't know if you're supposed to actually have a cutting blade surface down here as well, but this has a silver marker panel line, quick panel line job on it, and then I used the Molotov marker for the blade, and then followed up with what was that? Was it a Sharpie? I think I used the Sharpie metallic to get the second color, to get the silver on there, so you get that appearance like it's made with a couple different types of metals, you know, with the Sanmai kind of technique, the three major layer technique. Yeah, so I did a bunch on this, and overall I'm happy with the results. Less happy looking at it this close in all the super nice white broad lighting and everything, but you know, most of the time I don't even see it this well, and you're seeing it way better than I can see it with my plain eyes, because you're seeing it super zoomed in and everything. This is the little backpack unit that's the alternate, so instead of running the big boosters, you can run just this, and this has the pearl on it, so you can see what that looks like with the wash underneath, or wash style panel lining, and then the verniers done up a little bit, rather than just leaving the verniers in this plain blue color. So leaving everything in the default frame color is just something that I'm probably not going to do anymore ever again on a 1/100th scale. NG, especially in the IBO line, that those colors that they choose in there, and also the particular surface texture of the softer plastic that they use for the frames, heals up really nicely. Really easy to get nub marks to disappear, but the finish just isn't good. So this makes me much happier. Overall, I'm happy with the end result here. Yeah, because this is just going to go back on my shelf, and then I'm not going to see all the tiny imperfections anymore. Oh, I forgot. I even put a little bit of chrome. I don't know if you can even see it back there. Just a little glint of chrome on the actuators for the feet. It has pretty decent articulation available to it, especially for its size and for how bulky the legs are. The leg armor down here can close up, so that all separates out. There are verniers underneath for that extra space mobility action. These things can all move out. You know, it's a pretty respectable kit, I think, for what it is, for, you know, what was probably originally like a $25-$30 kit at the most for 1/100, and there's a lot of plastic there for that. Also has some spare stuff left over. So again, just in general, I'm happy with this, even though I didn't do a perfect job on it. It's better than kit stock to me, and that's the thing that matters the most. You know, everybody's got to do their Gundams and their model kits the way that makes them happy. Thankfully, in the end, this one did. Oh yeah, did I see there was a little glint on the back, some chrome underneath. Yeah, the arms. That's right. The undersides of the arms, which I don't really see anymore with this pose, but a bunch of detailing work was done in there with the chrome, 3 different grays, I think. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. Felt good to me, and I'm happy enough with the end result. So that's it for this one. Thank you for watching. I'll talk to you again soon. Bye for now.